welcome to the People's Brief. Thank you. Please be seated. Tonight is a very special night because this girl who started making social media videos in a parking lot is shooting the season finale of her very own television show in front of a live studio audience. And we really did it up for you guys tonight. Just look at our set. It's very sexy. It's very new. You know, thank you. A little bit of noise for the set. But also, I feel like if we're wrapping up a season, what better way to kick things off than with a season wrap up? We've done a lot of great and funny things on this show, so I'm gonna show you some of my favorite moments on and off air. After that, we're gonna switch gears just a little bit. And the purpose of this show is to empower the people, is to move the culture forward. So what better way to do that than to have a conversation with some living legacies, guys? We're gonna talk with the children of people like Dick Gregory, Al Sharpton, Ozzie Davis, and Ruby Dee. Crazy. Also, did y'all happen to see those viral clips from New York Fashion Week where people were walking down the runway in their activewear to the backdrop of old boy drinking out the whites only water fountain or the 1968 Black Power fist at the Olympics? Yeah, we're gonna talk to the man who made those things possible as well. And then right after that, I'm gonna have a conversation with some of my friends, some people that you may know very well on social media, some people you've seen a whole lot before because they might as well work here, and some people who are just very special to me, who are moving the needle forward through social media content creation and influencing. Then to wrap up the show, you might have seen him on Rhythm and Flow. His name is Caleb Colossus. And then last, but certainly not least, I'm gonna put on my performer hat and give y'all a little bit of something very special that I've been working on. Is that cool? Is that cool? All right. Are y'all ready to rumble? Yeah. I said, are y'all ready to rumble? Yeah. Let's rock and roll. Wow, we've done a lot of things on this show. And I'm very grateful to have a team like the one I do have here at Revolt because they just be willing to try. I've been planting trees, I've been on the corner with water boys, I've switched wigs, I've turned the wigs around. So let's take a look. Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Lynae and welcome to the People's Brief.
What I need you to do, Lynae,
okay.
You gotta make sure it's straight.
Okay.
So if we lean in a little bit, you got to tell us.
Okay, I got you.
All right, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm doing this right. Pandemic, of course, only served to make a bad problem worse. So let's take a look at a real world situation that illuminates the problem through a classic case of If Little Tommy. Hello?
Yes, what would you like to address me about?
Siri?
Invited to a cookout, you'll go.
Absolutely. I'm a cookout advocate and I'll go to any cookout that I'm invited to, but I won't celebrate 4th of July. Like no red, white, and blue for me.
Because the ozone about 6 miles above our heads is the thing that basically keeps the sun from not scorching us when we walk outside on the day.
Only 6 miles?
Yeah, 6 to 12 miles.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
I thought it was up there.
It ain't that far.
Okay. I just had the crazy. Victor, who's the president?
Trump. You start hey, to know you yell. Hey, what's up? What you doing? What you dancing?
So actually, guys, we were trying to get some footage of people like you and
like us.
Yeah,
what
the
you mean?
water boys.
Oh, you could
a little bit. Put the music back on.
So what you gonna do? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Music back on. Music back on. Demetrius. Somebody's getting fired. We have a good time here, but please don't just take it from me. Please welcome Chanel, one of our producers on the show.
Thank you, Lynae.
So Chanel, if you could tell the people one of your favorite moments on the show.
I think one of my favorite moments has to be episode 2.
Okay.
Building Black. We got off set and went right into acres and acres of land owned by Black people.
Okay.
In South Fulton, America's blackest city.
With the Acre Boys.
With the Acre Boys.
I still talk to them to this day.
I do too. We went to a workshop and then we also went horseback riding with the kids. Yes.
How nice.
Yes, building community.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you,
what it's all
Chanel.
about.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
Gotta shut it down.
But not just great moments, great guests. As I said before, some people you've seen a bunch of times, they might as well work here. Some people you might not recognize, but they were just special to me, like 2 of my professors from Spelman College and Boston University. Take a look at these as well.
This is the United States of shame. Shame on everybody.
I think that people are looking for the rapture as if it's it's a getaway, and don't really want to deal with end times.
It's always been a fear of control of Black progress.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take a look at Tulsa.
She's got, as she says, a gun in her purse and a gun in her bra, and a briefcase full of bullets. And because they didn't know what kind of thing was going to pop off here.
My dad didn't pay taxes because he's the black man, right to vote, the Voting Rights Act, and the expiration of it. And he's like, white folks ain't gonna get none of my money. As soon as he died, they came to the crib to take the TV.
Gracious.
IRS was at the house quicker than the funeral home.
The people who show up determine what happens. And as someone, as you know, I'm an expert in voting and not always getting what I want.
Yeah.
Kevin Jay-Z Prodigy, Precious, and to be real, all the other commentators who take up the scene now, new and old, all the all that, that's definitely in it.
Define contrarianism.
Just trying to be different.
Oh, your birthday?
January 13th.
You're lying.
No.
That's my birthday.
Nah. You serious?
Yes.
For real?
1995.
1982.
This whole Black Panther aesthetic video where they had these white women trying to style it and couldn't conceptualize all of this stuff until they seen what it actually looked like in real life.
Shoulder pads on, need some room. Got me feeling like Arsenio Hall in here. Yeah. Oh, you caught us in the act. I hope you didn't think all of this goodness just happens by myself. No, we're only 2 seconds. I'm trying to talk to the people. We have a great team helping me look like this from week to week. Dante on the hair, Rennie on the makeup, Kiana on the styling, and Jasmine making sure it all comes together well and snapping those flicks. So while we're here, why don't I show you some of my favorite fits? Wow, look after look after look. Another visitor I see. Hey, everybody, welcome Victor, our creative coordinator. Hey. Can I help you, Victor?
Actually, I can help you.
Oh.
I'm just here to drop off a little gift for you, actually.
Oh, all the flowers are in my office.
Not those. Love the energy, though.
Oh.
The editors actually had something to give you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Y'all roll the clip.
And as we discussed, sometimes the systems teachers and that's why some of y'all be sorry, because the reading comprehension, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm good. That have hit us since you were, so don't move. We'll be
Help me! Help me!
Y'all know I ain't been here. And as we discussed, sometimes the systems Don't put that in the cut. Jonah, don't put that in the cut. Jonah can't be trusted. But don't move. We'll be right back with more here on The People's Brief. Perfect. The process of criminalization. One more time. That word beat me up. Criminalization. Ladies and gentlemen, the princess is here. Me. Who's to say how long they're gonna keep that up? Ladies and gentlemen, y'all not gonna finish the lyrics? Welcome to the first ever TPB Draft 2025. Sorry, TPB. Sorry. You good with that one or you want me to redo it?
It's a little.
Oh, TPB Draft 2025. I did all that off the cuff. That was good. Interesting development. Somebody wants to get fired, I see. That's cute. No, but in all seriousness, I have learned how to read a teleprompter since. Learned is strong, it's a work in progress. However, one of the biggest lessons I did learn doing this show is that I was working with a lot of privilege that I didn't know I had. I could get in the parking lot, say whatever it is I wanted to say, and have absolutely no consequences because it was my show, just me, my script, my parking lot. Then I got this show and had to share a table with folks. I don't mind sharing, but the thing about parking lot pimping is that it's to champion the voices of so many different identities. And when you have those different identities in a room, you've got to be willing to go there with them. You got to be willing to have those uncomfortable conversations to push the needle forward, to make sure you're not just speaking for yourselves, but also the people who are not in the room. And I'm grateful to be able to go there with people who I care about, and God help them, care about me. And if I can't do that, how can I expect you to go out into the world and have these tough conversations with your family, your friends, your crazy uncle at the Thanksgiving table with his MAGA hat on? Yeah, that's the work, actually doing it and having the conversation. It just took me getting the whole show to figure that out. But not too somber here. This is a celebration, people. So let's get live. Let's get live. Up next, I'm going to have that seminal conversation with those figures that I was telling you about earlier. Don't go anywhere. Joining me now is Lynae Gregory, Guy Davis, Ashley Sharpton, and Lynae Smith. Thanks for being here today, guys. So glad to have you. Thank you. Let's start with hearing a little bit about your parents. So, Ashley, tell us about your mom and dad.
So my parents are Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton and Kathy Jordan Sharpton. To me, my father is the civil rights icon, living legend. He stands 10 toes down regardless of the tide. Mm-hmm. He is a host on Politics Nation, MSNBC, radio host, and he's my hero.
Oh, yeah, so. And he's a hero for a lot of us too, amen? Ayanna.
My dad always said that fear and God don't occupy the same space. So we always felt almost an invincibility because he was so, he was so steeped in that God spirit. And we always felt that level of protection, that universal consciousness. So it was scary, but it was exciting. And we knew that it was a commitment that we wanted to have. We knew that it was a commitment that we wouldn't want to have any other way.
When we think about civil rights figures, as we should, we think about them living on the edge, quite literally all the time for the sake of the people. But I think something just as crucial is stepping out there, is having something to lean on and being in community. And just knowing that Ozzy and Ruby were like Hollywood royalty. I'm sure they had the most legendary dinner parties and people in their home just sort of communing. So I wonder if you got to sneak peek of any like figures you remember specifically coming over to the house or any stories.
People like Paul Robeson, Sidney Poitier, who's come over to the house in bare feet, Harry Belafonte. W.E.B. Du Bois, the author of Souls of Black Folk. The Black Panther showed up. I think I was away at summer camp or something, so Huey, one of the cats, was sleeping in my bedroom and under bed. So a lot happened in and around the house.
Yeah. I'm jealous a little bit because all the things that you just mentioned, all the people that just came through your house barefoot or not, these are images that will never be captured on film. And like only a select few of us get to live with those memories. But, Lynae, I want to talk to you because you did take a beat to collect some of the things we have seen captured on film and incorporate them in your show. And you had ideas like having the daughter of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King walk down the runway together. So how did that idea come about?
We got invited to have Actively Black show up at New York Fashion Week. And I'd say since the election and even before, seeing what was happening in this country with Black women being under attack, Black men being under attack, Black families being under attack, Black history being under attack. My relationship with Ilyasa Shabazz and Dr. Bernice King allowed me to humbly ask them if they would walk this runway together. And I told them that same thing. Our people need to see this. They need to see you two on this runway together. And they blessed me and showed up. And if anybody knows, we talked about this backstage. Dr. Bernice King don't change her schedule for nobody. I can't even imagine the burden that she carries. And I think part of why I did what I did at New York Fashion Week was so that people could see the reality, right? Sometimes these figures become mythical even to us.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
Yeah.
They lost their fathers. that's real life for them that they had to actually live with. And so I think for people to see them walk on that runway, it made this real. When you see Ruby Bridges, yes, walk on the runway, you see that image of the 6-year-old girl being escorted into school by the federal marshals. She's 71 years old. Y'all know black don't crack. She looked like she's 45. When you see her walk on the runway, it lets you know this wasn't 2 centuries ago. This wasn't a long time ago. We are not even a generation removed from all of this happening.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you said that, the whole mythical figure of it all. These are very real people and people you guys got to experience intimately. So I wonder, has there ever been any critique or commentary about your parents that you feel like history has gotten wrong?
I don't really think that the world really got anything wrong about my dad. I think they got him. You know, even when he was cussing folk out, I think people got it. They understood that even that was just how hard he loved. Yeah. You know, as far as my mom, I don't know that anyone got it wrong as so much as they just didn't know her presence. Yeah. You know, my mom was a force. Not only was she raising 10 kids and taking care of my dad, but she was also on the front line. She was also jailed, you know, oftentimes pregnant, you know, for weeks, with every cause under the sun, for black folks, for Native Americans, for women. She was the one in 1969 who risked her life to bring the My Lai massacre tape during the Vietnam War, the tape of innocent men, women, and children being killed by U.S. Army soldiers. She's the one that brought it into the country, but the U.S. government, you know, because they realized that our family had it, was forced to break the story. Wow. So that will never be in any history books, but that quiet black woman brought that tape into the country.
Wow. I never knew that. I never knew that. Oh, thank God for that. I never knew that.
That is amazing. Thank you all. This was such a lovely, heartfelt, beautiful conversation. Can we get a round of applause for our guests, please? All right, so coming up next, you're going to see some newer, potentially more familiar faces. Me and my faves are going to talk about how we use our platforms to create change. That's up next, so don't you go anywhere. Here, we've got Conscious Lee, Elizabeth Booker Houston, Deontay Kyle, and Rayshawn Elias, everybody. Friends who are, for me, the new literati. Have you ever heard of that before? No. So the literati is what some folks refer to as like a seminal group of writers and performers and thinkers during the Harlem Renaissance. So people like Langston Hughes or Neil Hurston, just another name for him, James Baldwin. And when I was thinking of what to call you guys, we played with different names like the Avengers or whatever, but I was just like, dang, like we really are a new age, a new renaissance of what this work looks like. So we're gonna hop right in, but for those of you, the people in the audience who might not know you, let's start with your origin stories. Tell us how you got here.
How did I get here? How did I get here? Somebody pissed me off, and they pissed me off just good enough, honestly. It lit a fire up under my butt, and it was like, you know what? I'm gonna use these portable skills that I learned as a college policy debater, some of the knowledge that I got while getting these old master degrees, and I'm gonna just put together a nice little analysis to let you know you wrong by 5, 10 ways.
Yeah, I love that.
I started just online in general, just talking, right? Because again, I always try to get to people before hope leaves their eyes. I want to make sure that people understand what is happening at the lowest level, right? Mm-hmm. If you grow up in a place, your grandmother was there, your mom was there, now you there, you're in a food desert, there's no jobs. You don't know what's happening. You don't know that you don't call the president for a pothole. That's the city council. There's a budget. People don't have time to learn that. They can't hear you over their stomach growling. So for me, I had to break that down for people.
I got started in politics when I was really little because my life was political, honestly. And so getting online, like a lot of people, that came from the pandemic. I actually am very opposite. I do a lot of in-person things. I'm a very in-person kind of person, a lot of activations and community involvement. I'm a professor, you know, I'm a lawyer, so I do these things in person. Scientist too. Thank you.
This is long.
But I got online during the pandemic. Thank you, Lynae. I need to cut it. But yeah, I got online because it was during the pandemic, and I was postpartum with a 3-month-old baby, and I just wanted to be able to share information, and now I don't even know how it became all of this, but at the time that was the thought process. Yeah.
Thank you.
Deontay Kyle, host of The People's Brief.
Mine as well. Mine as well.
Yeah.
Put them on workers' comp, something. I don't know.
Co-host. I started in my truck. I think COVID made a lot of people accessible, especially more aware of what was going on socially and politically. I didn't really see any takes from my POV. I think it was a lot of academics in that space. It wasn't a lot of blue-collar people speaking to the affordability, rent increases, things like that. But also just for a level of the community too. I embody that, I represent that, and I know that I can speak in a language that's palatable to like the average person.
Yeah. So you said a lot of academics were taking to the internet streets. I'm one of them, but you didn't hear a lot of blue-collar perspectives. I feel like that's so important because both of those perspectives matter. So what are our thoughts on how to balance and juggle that experience for people who are listening in or feel like they want to have 2 cents to say, but you know, it's delicate?
One of the first things that came to mind while we were talking about this is the fact that bring back the Dewey Decimal System.
Okay.
Bring back people going to the library and researching. Bring back research.
With me search, baby.
Please be well informed. Don't go and Google and then pull up the first answer and then you just go with it.
Yeah.
Right. And then you speak on it and it's incorrect. You have to research. Cite your work. Okay? That's so so I think there's a delicate balance in that for me because I'm a Leo. I hate being wrong because I hate apologizing. So I don't want to apologize. So in order for me not to, before I open my mouth, it's going to be at least 12 things I've looked at before I say something because I can't come back and be like, I'm sorry.
I grew up in a household where like my granny used to do anagrams, and that was a competition with me and my cousins when we was over there.
Yeah.
So it's not really about having a formal education, it's about being informed.
Yes.
And like, you know, self-education is a tool too. We got all this information at our fingertips and you just gonna go based off of what your favorite creator said. I don't think that's the play neither. Like, even with what I say, if I am well informed, go back it up. Prove, like, you know what I'm saying? I wanna be proved wrong.
It's what we do as a public service. It's not about us and our opinions and things like that. It's about making sure people feel protected and empowered and all these things. But I feel like one of the biggest missteps we've made as a community, and I don't really know where it happened, but conflating perceived success with authority in a subject matter.
Correct.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
So
sense.
I think like this. All of us on an acquired taste. We ain't for everybody. And for me, I think about how every classroom you go to, there's always multiple teachers that teach the same subject. To me, that accounts for everybody got a different teaching method. Everybody got a different preference of how they want to learn.
Right.
If the way I gave my analysis ain't for you, I'm sorry. I don't want to put no extra salt or sweet to make it where it's more palatable for you, but there are some amazing other alternatives out there for you to learn from. So for me, how I find that balance is being able to make sure I stay genuine, as I can be consistent to be genuine, and understand that sometimes people are not gonna like what I got to say.
And that's
okay.
And when it comes to balancing, like you said, like blue collar work and academia, I'm regular in my family. It doesn't matter how many degrees I have. My mother has instilled in me that myself and my sister who waits tables, we should be making the same kind of living and be able to pay for our lives and afford things and have health care and all those things. And that is truly what I believe. I don't think there's any reason why a lawyer and a cleaning lady shouldn't be able to afford like the same quality of life for their kids. That's so weird to me. That's such a strange thing. And so when I think about like the balance of like blue collar work and academia, when I go into things, I'm not trying to talk in a way that is putting down blue-collar workers. I see you have a problem, and I've got some knowledge that can solve it, and now I want to yell at everybody else on your behalf. Like whenever I see, like, especially when it comes like teachers and folks who need to unionize and like just giving that information so they can know how to push back. So I always think of it as like working together as a community and not working against anybody. But I do understand that there are folks who want to position themselves and give misinformation, disinformation, but I do want to be very clear, there are academics who do that too. There's a reason why the anti-vax movement pushed along. Andrew Wakefield was a doctor, and then he falsified studies about the MMR vaccine and autism. RFK Jr. is a lawyer. He's crazy. Like, so
Heritage Foundation made up a whole bunch of academics.
This whole thing about academia and blue collar, it's just like what you were saying, what y'all were saying, it's about being informed and educated. That doesn't necessarily mean being degreed.
I think what we're all saying here is our biggest work is combating that mis and disinformation. That makes us great for the people who want to hear from us, makes us not so great for the people who could pay us. So how do you balance committing to this, and I don't want to say committing to the bit as if like this is a game for us, but committing to this work and also feeding y'all kids?
I love to overcharge white people and organizations and do pro bono work for black orgs. And that's just me being very blunt. I will give them ridiculous rates, and then I'll have like a nonprofit or a black org or somebody doing some work, and they'll be like, I've only got this much money, and I'm like, keep it. A white person just cut me a check. Let's do this for free. But honestly, like I try to balance like a lot of that pro bono work and being able to get paid work from folks who do have the deep pockets. And so it's like this interesting balance where I'm almost like funding the things I'm passionate about. I'm working with Viola's House, which is a black woman-owned organization that has maternity homes for young mothers. And they're gonna kick off a new maternity home in Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm gonna get to be a part of that and opening that home. And they're not paying me anything because they don't need to.
Amen.
You can't take the low-hanging fruit, especially for black people, because it's a lot more things out here that we can make money from. It's a lot more brands that can put money in our pockets, but they just send you the stuff like, okay, see what you're gonna take, and it's like you gonna have your little cousin out here addicted to gambling. So I try to go against whatever like the common theme is, because if it's against me morally, I'm just not rocking with it.
I own a boutique, women's boutique for 13 years in Louisville, Kentucky, and online. So I was really not seeking out any partnerships. Now that I am where I am and I have all of these partnerships, I absolutely do exactly what Elizabeth does. And I also, I never take anything I don't believe in, and if they do have a limited budget, I still believe in it. I'm still gonna rock with you because I already got this over here.
What are some of the biggest issues you're concerned about right now?
I'm just concerned about the dismantling of the federal workforce altogether. I've been sounding the alarm about it. I know Lynae, I left the FDA in August, unfortunately, after being HHS for almost 10 years, and that broke my heart. I hope to go back one day when Demon Throat is not running things. And when he's gone, I will return. But I'm really concerned about the dismantling of the federal workforce. They're like gutting the USDA, and they're the people who manage the SNAP program. And so I talked to this Fed worker, and she had given a speech about being fired from the Centers for Devices and Radiological Health at the FDA, and she's on the comms team. And if you don't know, devices, they're everything from tampons to contact lenses to your pacemakers. I mean, devices are like everything. And they fired the entire team. I mean, the whole team that handles the recalls or letting you know if something is contaminated. And like, we just had people go blind from contaminated contact lenses not long ago. And she had said, if your pacemaker is about to give out, there's nobody at the FDA who's going to be able to get out there and contact like your hospital, your doctor. So like, that's just one team in one center in one agency. And this is happening across the board.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate part, is that it could take forever to build something in an instant to destroy it. Yeah. My focus has been very hyper-local though, with local elections.
Yes.
Where seasons changing, so we've been doing a lot of organizing around mutual aid and getting coat drives done for the homeless population and for these babies too. And then advocating for young men to get in high probability outcomes over like chasing dreams, so to speak.
Yeah. Where do you see yourselves going, or how do you want to continue to make sure your people get information?
I know me personally, I'm trying to focus on growing my Substack. I feel like that is the one platform where we have the most independence and not dealing with the censorship. And also currently working on something that I can't publicly announce yet because it's not set in stone, but hopefully will be another medium. It'll come out, and still trying to do as many things in person as possible.
I know what it is. I'm excited.
And just trying to do as many things in person as possible, because I feel like that's where, I've said this before, like, especially when you talk about not just the Democratic Party, but the left in general, the right is so bad in person because they're weird and ugly and creepy, and they lie. And so people don't like being face-to-face with a liar, and I feel like the left is missing out on something. I'm like, this is where you can go out and win. Like, it's not about making a Joe Rogan of the left. I hate when people say that. That's a terrible thing. We don't need that. You're not going to beat the manosphere. But we are so good, especially as Black people, building villages and building community in person. And so I'm really trying to ramp that up. I know that my co-host Jasmine Burton and I did our political town hall tour Together We Might last year, and we're going to continue that going into midterms and going to cities in person to talk to people.
I thought we should all go on tour together. Somebody with some money, figure it out.
I mean, we can, you know, me and Jasmine don't negotiate with
because
the
we're
business.
expensive. Thank you.
We are expensive.
Oh, I was going to say that too. So for me, I'm definitely working on my podcast, which will be, it's really very simple. You know, I like to break stuff down, but to have it on my own website and on YouTube, but they can't control my website. I pay for my own, right? And that's another thing. I remember fresh out of homelessness, won tickets to Oprah when she started doing her life class because I was devastated when she went off air. I said, I'll never meet her. But I went to a show. She walked out on stage. I will never forget it. And she said, you have to own your own. OWN also means your own. So I'm going to be in between Louisville, Kentucky, where I am now, where my fiance is in Denver, and I'm going to do live and in-person conversations with leaders in the community and leaders from the Democratic Party, but also in Louisville, which is a blue dot in a red state. But shout out to my governor, Andy Beshear. I don't know who's coming after him, Lord, but he's holding this state together. Him and his father are great. So I'm trying to do things in person and online. But yes, they are censoring us. They are monitoring us. And I was like, well, then we're going to have to do this in person. And we're going to have to create a whole nother underground. We can get back. We need to get back to print, too.
I have thoughts.
Get back to gatekeeping.
I've been really blessed to always doing things in person. With like just going different audience, different schools, different organizations. I currently just signed a book agent, so looking forward to getting into the literary world. And then I'm starting to take this short film thing more serious. I'm an educator, so I'm really getting back into just teaching things about history, teaching a little about philosophy and theory, the things you can't access in the school or they want to take out the curriculum. You can go to theconsciously.com or you can go to one of these profiles right here and catch you a nicely, quality curated, little mini lesson. You know what I'm saying? Teachers, you might be able to play it in y'all, classroom as well. So,
if you could say anything to people to prevent them from resting in hopelessness or giving way to hopelessness. I'm not going to say it's not going to creep up and tap you on the shoulder, but from giving way to it, what would you say?
So I would directly say to a person, first of all, every day is not a good day, but every day is worth it. You have to, when it is overwhelming, when it is all-consuming, you got to take it minute by minute. You can't look at the full picture. You will get overwhelmed. I'm telling you now, I've done it. I remember distinctly being in the bathroom on my knees crying, God, you got to fix this. I can't fix this. Got babies in the next room, right? First thing I thought of, boom, I need to find a job. So I'm going to a tip agency. I went to a tip agency, got a job. Next thing I know, I'm looking at houses. Back then, what was this, 2012, January, found a 5-bedroom home for $750. That's not going to happen no more. But the point is, I knew I had to take steps, right? And I knew nobody was coming to save me. Even though I had never been in that situation, I had to pull my way out. So for me, it has always been about, first of all, us. We always make $1 out of 15 cents, right? So we don't have to always be there, but I knew where I was, I didn't have to stay. So not giving up on yourself is the best thing you can do. No matter what's happening out in the world, you can't give up on you, especially if you got somebody calling you mom or dad.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Can I get a round of applause for all of our guests tonight?
Still here. Is anybody still here? Still here. Is anybody still here? Still here. I often wonder if I'm even living living life right. If I'm sacrificing sanity for limelight, I didn't plan to be a player stuck in fight night. I guess I'll bounce it from the canvas when the time right. Pride punching me, it's altering my eyesight. I took some losses to the chin, but in hindsight, I should've known some things gon' be finite. Another millennial lost in the zeitgeist. I fantasize about the day I finally see the answer come across like AI. Right now the Lord testing me and won't say why. You watch it unfold, cause he promised me to stay by. As I go to service for some lessons and pray the word bring me back to life, evanescence. I usher in my deepest inner thoughts in these sessions. A superstar who burned booths with confessions. Na, 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 na. Take a church. Na, 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 na. Got some things I'm working on, but I'm here thankfully. The good Lord ain't forsaken me. I'll move faithfully, but don't you dare lose faith in me. Odds against me are stacked. Trying to clean out my closet, but there's more to unpack. Lost faith for a minute, now we nursing it back. Too attached to outcomes I couldn't attract. I've been fixated on being loved and rated, so when I peaked it faded, I turned bitter and jaded. My soul's sacred, but tainted when fear take it. Now I'm swimming in my insecurities, but naked. Put your clothes back on, life goes on. Even when your compass is gone, you'll be redirected. Don't object, learn to accept it, cause what God planned for you ain't always what you expected. Geesh, got clarity on my knees. Resurrected my spirit, my heart is a fleur-de-lis. I flew over the seas to find a bit of peace to cure me when I fall. My trees get different leaves. Na, 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 na. You dare lose faith in me, yeah. Na 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 na. Got some things I'm working on, but I'm here thankfully. The good Lord ain't forsaken me, and I'll move faithfully. Let's go to church real quick. Look. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I got some things I'm working on, but I'm here thankfully. The good Lord ain't forsaken me, and I'll move faithfully. But don't you dare lose faith in me.
Now here to perform a piece from her mixtape, Sundays in the Overflow, distributed by Revolt's very own 440 artist, Lynae.
Ask me the other day, are you an influencer? Yes, I'm influencing you to be a real this conversation into reality.
We're not gonna this motherfucker up. We have Nazis at the goddamn door, and y'all are still doing this civility playing by the
She's already made history as the first woman of color to be a mayor. She did it under the most unique conditions we have seen in
a
our
lot
life.
of you all confused. It's really very simple.
Kamala Harris is cool and all, but I want more Jasmine Crockett's. I want more f***offs, the press outlets. I want more out of pocket. I want more bad built, bleach blonde, butch bodies. I want Whitey on his moon and the f*** about my pockets. I want his hands off my grandma's social security check. I want his kid out from behind the Oval Office desk. I want more Ayanna Presley's. I want more AOC's. I want more Angela Rye's. I want more Joyanne Reed's. I want more politicians to meet me on the south side. More parking lot pimping on your timeline. I want more irreverence on my TV screen, American requiems and bell-bottom jeans. I want more halftime shows that dismantle American dreams. I want more rappers to find more reasons for Kendrick to beef. I want more of what gets and keeps the people going. I want Jake's B613. I want Liv's and Rowan's. I want real-life clapback, economic pushback and resistance. I want to let the people know that we ain't coming like no bitches.
And you can't be honest. You can't be honest. You can't be honest about the truth. So what does that say?
What we mean when we say community, and it can't just be that agree with you. We're gonna have to get to a space where we put
Especially
ideology
as black
second.
women. Charting a new way forward isn't something we just say in political campaigns. It's a way of life.
Brutal, over the top, and genocidal actions of a government. That does not mean that I hate the people.
To get this ceasefire, but I also recognize that she's better than the alternative.
I want Kamala to stand with Gazans, still want more Jasmine Crockett's, but more than anything, I want AIPAC out from both of their pockets. I want the CBC to be clear and free of Zionist dollars, yeah. Just because I can share space, that don't mean I can't clock it. I want more space for intersectionality. I want black genocide to be taken just as seriously. I want more citizen journalists. I want more media literacy. I want more critical thinking skills, and that means I need more to read. I want more politicians to come from the South Side. Keep parking lot pimping on your timeline. I want people to sacrifice convenience and just for a little, but I need them to mean it, because I want mutual aid and organizing to bring us right back to the church. But none of that 2010. I need a fully decolonized word. I want more protocol in place for a stolen election. I want this administration uprooted and all their indoctrination rejected. I want their base to finally get the picture even after all the overexposure. And if I get a seat at that table, trust, I'm planning to flip that bitch over, yeah. Time is one of our biggest teachers. And things change, people change, and priorities do too. So it's okay for you to change your opinion and your perspective when you get new information. That's what we call growth. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Thank you guys so much for being in this experience with me. I wanna thank you and give a round of applause again to all of the wonderful guests we've had here tonight. So yeah, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. But if anything's been made clear tonight, I think it's that we get down over here on the People's Brief. So never miss a beat on the People's Brief. I'll be back next season with more time.